All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Season 2 of Project PortsalMC Map Gaming Building Vlogs. Um, I will, for future notice, be just referring to this as Project PortsalMC, as opposed to doing the mouthful as before. Anyways, let's get into this. Um, I am going to be going into what exactly this season is going to entail. This season, we're going to be focusing more on small but meaningful builds. Um, Let me give you some examples. We are in basically a tip version of the world which I can tinker in freely, and most of what I tinker around does get added in. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what gets added in. Let me just show you a few things before I forget. And yeah, as you can see, we are walking through the forest. And oh, look, what is this? This is the new path system. This is the new road, basically, trail that I have set up. I'm going to be doing something similar over by the connecting the Waterloo village to the other watchtower village. I still haven't figured out a name for it. Uh, yeah. Anyways, this build right here, this lovely little pond with a tiny little waterfall. I actually like this build so much. Um, but the tent is actually, these are going to be periodic camp. I'm going to be adding campsites to the island, and these are places where you can go chill, relax. They're not going to all be along trails. Some are going to be hidden, but most of them are along some road network areas. Um, I did do some upgrading to this area. I have added rocks. Um, Nothing really special about them. Just think they add a bit more character to the landscape overall. Um, I used a mix of andesite and typical stone, smooth stone. I haven't added actual smooth stone, but smooth stone, just regular stone. Uh, there is some food in here. So if you want to pick something up, if you ever play on my map and you want to pick something up like food wise, and you're on your way to this village to check it out, just stop by here. There's food here. I'm going to be stocking these eventually, as with most of the chests, with items that are. I'm going to have some help judging the items that should go in there, but um, as I'm not someone who can really pass judgment very easily. Anyways. Um, let's head back to the main island, and we are going to discuss some changes that are going to be happening soon with the main island. I know that I said I wasn't going to go back and change the main island, but I think it's time I do an upgrade. You see, development wise, I think I want to replace this wall. And I know it would be a big project, and this is all about the little things, but in the grand scheme of things, this wall here isn't that important. It's just there to prevent villagers from entering and getting into messing up things, like staying in places they really shouldn't be. Uh, I'm gonna have to clear all these animals out. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna keep the bottom row of. I may end up just building. What I actually might end up doing is replacing the middle, replacing that, using that block there along the top. And then it might be just replacing the top part because this is kind of janky. Um, it was more supposed to be functional, like you could see over this. and shoot down at enemies and stuff, which it still is supposed to be, but I think it does need to change a little. I don't know though. And we're probably going to be doing away with this and putting something else here. I've also been thinking of adding a little soul sand network, but I'm not sure, like a soul sand highway for like soul speed boots and use and stuff. But I'm not quite sure if that's going to fit in. I already made one judgment call mistake in adding the bone orchard. That was supposed to be for a different area, I believe, was my original assessment on that. And let's see, we're just passing through this village here. Not much is going to change with this village. I don't know actually for sure. I may spruce it up a bit, especially like back here where there's some area that I can do. I may end up replacing this bamboo since they already have a little bit of bamboo and there's plenty of bamboo over there with sugarcane, even though we have probably more sugarcane than bamboo now that I think about it. I don't know what I'm going to do with this area. I'm probably going to refit it, revamp it. Although it looks fine to me. Now let's get into the areas that I did upgrade. And I did these upgrades in videos that I ended up deleting because they weren't that good. But I want to show you anyways what I have done. I have added this sort of structure here to the front, and I've done the same thing on the back. I have added some packed mud, and I have added some logs and such. I will show you where the second campsite is or is going to be marked out. And that would be here. This is the second campsite, and then there's a third. And that lay all the way. That lay all the way over here, and I believe it is, yeah, right around here. So yeah, I've added a few campsite areas. There's even a pile of logs here, which I put down. I think that looks nice. It's just, again, this season is going to be all about the little things, all the little details and little kernels of lore and whatnot that are going to be put into the base. I already put in some, actually, I did a little change to the nether, and I'm going to show that in a little bit. But first, there's an area which I do want to touch up on and talk a little bit more about, and that is the iron farm. The reason this is here is because there is not enough iron underground. I have gone through, I've actually installed an X-ray mod at one point. I installed an X-ray texture pack at one point, and yeah, it just, there wasn't enough iron underground for things to be viable without this. So that's a little bit of backstory why I built this from the technical aspect. And it works wonders. We have a lot of iron in here. Everything's good. I put some crop farms around here. I also, beforehand, I am going to be expanding on this probably not soon, but I do want to mob proof, kind of mob proof. this area around here. Um, I've been having issues with Endermen, moving blocks and such, which is what they do. They move blocks, but they're moving them in places that make it very annoying and to stumble across. It's like picking apart, like around here, this area. They're just picking apart the landscape, and I do not like it whatsoever. Um, I personally find them to be a nuisance, but they're in the game, so like, how do I deal with it? Well, right now I have daylight cycle, do daylight cycle, or do day cycle off. So the sun won't rise and fall. I'll of course switch that back when I'm done making the changes, and I've found all the areas that the Endermen have managed to get themselves managed to get blocks crammed into. Um, I am going to be going back and touching up Baba Yaga's little hut here because there is some details that I left out that I want to elaborate on. I did some testing um, with the build a while ago and with some design sort of aesthetics that I wanted to do. What I am going to do here is I'm going to be um, I've been watching a few like build tips and tricks videos, so I'm going to be trying to incorporate more of those aesthetics into the build stuff. This is Baba Yaga's clone, by the way. She's actually in the Nether Fortress currently. That's her current place. I am at some point going to have to build a castle, a sizable castle for Baba Yaga in the overworld because, well, it just has to happen. It's a recent lore change, and I have a build idea that I want to use. So um, there's that. It's going to take some considerable amount of time, so I probably will expect like a less, like maybe 2 or 3 months delay between now and the next update. Uh, I have an update ready to drop, and that's going to be in the description below. It's not going to include all these new changes that I've made, but it is something just for people to play and enjoy. And yeah, I quite enjoy making this. I am going to be, um, my schedule may become busier soon. Uh, I don't know how much busier, but I may not be able to post twice a day, every day. It might be more like twice, maybe like 3 times a week. At least that's my aim. Uh, but yeah, going over this, I'm not sure if I want to replace this with mud. I kind of like the mud block. I don't know why. We may be seeing more stuff in the swamps soon, like swamp builds related, like how I did the lunar light collector for like potion brewing, that stuff. Um, let's see what else is there. I think I'm missing something. I think I misjudged something. Oh, that's right. Baba Yaga's. I fixed a bug in Baba Yaga's Nether Fortress. There was an issue with block placement. Um, or rather, there was an issue where placed a, I believe I had placed a banner 1 block too low, and that was kind of bugging me. But I finally fixed that issue, so that's been resolved. That's going to be included in a. I'm going to be switching up how I'm going to do development and updates and whatnot. Updates won't be in like mass, they'll be in like trickle. They'll be more like a trickle of updates. Um, so yeah. Uh, I am going to be including more like campsites, not so many village structures, but like small campsites and small settlements across dotting the island. I think that would add some life to the island overall. I do have to plan out and actually figure out how I'm going to do this because before I haven't really been planning. I've been getting a location and kind of making a judgment call whether or not I want to build. And I don't think that's a very stable way to build. So I'm going to have to find a location, a good building location, and like fit things in properly and map things out. I'm probably going to use like Krita to basically. I'm going to take an image of the map, blow it up, and yeah, plot out where I want to build things. Um, I think that's going to reduce a lot of the logistics overhead. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap I'm aiming for shorter episodes. Unless I'm like doing building, I'm gonna keep discussion episodes to like a minimum. Most likely gonna uh most likely going to hmm most likely gonna have them run for like 20 to. I'm gonna have them run for 20 21 minutes. I may do occasionally a 30 to like maybe 40-minute video, but nothing like 50 minutes like before when I was having to when I was grossly overshooting everything. Um, anyways, I think we've gone around the map. Almost certain. You know what? Let's go check the beaches because oh yeah, I ended up filling in the hole, the giant hole. That was a couple episodes ago. That was that one season ago. Um, but yeah, I am currently in the process of just doing a sweep and looking around to see if there's any more of those blocks that have been shuffled around by Endermen. And yes, there are. This isn't shuffled around, but I want to smoothen out the terrain a little. Anyways, it looks like we're all out of time for this episode. If you enjoyed this episode and want to see me do more of the little things, then please do subscribe. I actually enjoy doing all this little micro build stuff. I am going to do more micro builds probably. I also, yeah, actually, wait, almost forgot something. All right. I have, yes, this is the bone orchard. But that's not what we're here to talk about. I will do that, and I will discuss about this and the lore around surrounding this bone orchard um, in a later video. Actually, hold on. Let me. All right, this location. I think you got a glimpse of the gap in the bridge for to Baba Yaga's Nether Fortress. I took the materials. I basically counted out everything, and these are all the materials you'll need to bridge the gap. Um, you won't need the banner. The banner is just there because I had it in my inventory, and I think it's just a clue to as where that fits in the puzzle, I guess. Anyways, let's head back to the Bone Orchard. And I want to, well, actually, no, yeah, no. Let's actually discuss this next video. I'll be doing a follow-up video to this. For right now, I want, for right now, uh, if you haven't already, then please do subscribe. If you, uh, it's up to you. Honestly, like 3%, or like 8.8% of you who watch my videos are subscribed. If you want to watch my content or get a better understanding of my content, you can always go to season 1. I'd recommend skipping ahead a few episodes. The beginning was kind of rocky. This is going to be more of a smooth transition into season 2. So, anyways, if you haven't already, then please consider subscribing, liking the video, and subscribing. Um, it's not required, but it does help promote it does help with the expanding the audience. Um, anyways, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.